All right, this piece takes you all over the horn, short of going down to low B and low B flat. We're using the front F for part of it. You know what I'm talking about, where you put the C in it? Yeah, and that makes sense. I'm a very big proponent of that. That means I like to use it myself often because it's a gateway to eventually the altissimo range. The only thing is, when you play the side F, it tends to have a little warmer sound, and it's easy, with your voice, it just has a, if I was playing a more lyrical thing, I probably would play a full F, because it's gonna have a little bit more depth of sound. That one, when you play it, but to try and go from here to here, not as easy. And I'm all for trying to ease motion, and that's a good choice there. Let me see. Trills are the bane of my existence, especially when I was your age. As far as we tend to make them sound very mechanical and very like we're really fighting with it. Now, what you need to do to improve upon the ornaments, they're ornaments. Think of something that adds to, that beautifies, make it more gentle, and the resolution is what you need to work towards. So you're getting into it okay, but how you come out of it is what's truly important, understood? Now, are you trilling that open C sharp?
Which one?
If I go to the very end of my page, I don't know if your page, like right,
Oh, yeah, I see it.
how are you trilling that one?
I fill it with the top.
Yeah, that's probably, and with the student horn, you got like is it a Bundy or something? Is it a Yamaha?
Yes, Yamaha.
Okay, play your C sharp. Let me just go this one's a little sharp, that one's a little flat. So whatever you're more comfortable with, it's gonna be quick. And I probably would say, I would probably use the middle one too. In certain horns though, I might say it's a little bit depending how high the key is coming up. Now, I want to get you to relax a little bit with your hands, your hand position. They're very straight. And what I'm gonna suggest is, there I have them right here. Why don't you come on up here, I'll show you. And I practice what I preach. I do these every day. I was a band director for 16 years, and then I do elementary music now for 15 years, so I actually have time to play my instrument again. And I start every day. I live not far from where you go to school, and I drive 40 minutes down to Marcellus, and I get there, I'm the first person in the district about 5:30, 5:45, and I spend about 2 hours every morning. And I start out, this takes me 10 minutes, this takes you 9 minutes roughly each. To start out with just this. What it does, it works on your airstream, works on your sound, helps you relax this because and you can really be aware of where your fingers are on the instrument. So you're playing a note for a, you know what 60 beats per minute mean? Okay, so you put the metronome on 60, and you're going each note 4 counts. So you got 3 notes in a row, you're going down chromatically, rest for 4, and you can be really aware of your hand position. And you work down all the way. You've got a good knowledge of how to get around on the horn. And I love the fact that this piece is, goes all over the horn. You see where it says 8BA?
Yeah,
Well, this was arranged by a guy by the name of Sigurd Rascher, and he was one of the first people to master the altissimo range, and he would just write things in to show off. When he would have people write his concertos, he would say, I want you to write an octave above so nobody else can play this. And then the composer would put it in the composer didn't care about it. He just, so he was kind of a showman, but he was he's one of the reasons why saxophone, he really got that going. But anyways, what grade are you in? Any desire to proceed to state festival? That's excellent. Yeah, you have to play. This makes up only 50% of your score for state. 25% is your sight reading. 25% is your scales. Your proficiency 1. That's a little bit more helpful. There are 9 scales on the sheet. You have to play 5. The judge gets to pick. almost certainly you'll play, I've never seen a judge not ask a chromatic scale, but there's no rule that they have to, they just have to pick 5 scales. They usually pick 2 majors, 2 minors, so almost more than half of these are gonna be chosen. These are each 5 points. It's on a 100-point scale. You gotta get 85 to get a 1, 70 to get a 2. If you don't prepare the scales, these are like free throws. Maybe you don't get 25, but you should at least get 22 points on this, because you can prepare this. Understood? And I'm glad you think it's cool, because it is. All right, and work on the sound, that you show me that you really worked hard on this, and you're getting around on the horn. Now we need to get you to just relax a little bit. And this is the kind of stuff, you do this if you do nothing else. Do this and flip over and try the other side. Those are intervals. At first, they're going to be a pain. But really, those are the type of things when you're not preparing a piece, those are the type of things that you do it for a month. Maybe even your parents notice that your sound sounds a little bit more beautiful and those types of things, all right? It doesn't take a long time. But I know when I do them, I feel really good about the way I play and the way I sound. So there's something, it's like eating your Wheaties in the morning. All right? We'll get this out to you.
Yeah.